I was extremely young. I was 21, 22 when I joined the business. I really felt that I was very clear that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, I wanted to make it work, I wanted to grow both as a leader and individual to be able to take it on. Is that I never dreamt of being an entrepreneur. I had always watched my parents being professionals, and I went to get my undergrad and in the US, always thinking I would just take the professional path. And it was around then when I was graduating that mom started saying that she wants to be an entrepreneur after a very long career as an investment banker. And like any good mother-daughter who talks all the time, I just got really excited by the thought of, hey, she's going to do something interesting. Why don't I go back and join her as well? It just sounded so exciting that I was like, look, I got to go back and I got to help her out. And so not the most well thought out decision, but took the leap. And I think it was really one of the best decisions I ever made because it has really changed the trajectory of both my personal and professional life. About 3 years ago, we started to think what's next for Nykaa. Having established ourselves on the beauty side, we felt that it was time to start thinking about what could be that next vertical. We honed in on fashion because quite naturally, we do feel that there's some amount of customer overlap. The beauty customer most definitely would be shopping for fashion. We also felt that fashion was just a massive addressable market, a very large opportunity for us to go after. And then when we really double-clicked, we felt there were a lot of gaps in the way fashion was being sold in the country, and so there was an opportunity to build something quite distinct and different. The Nykaa hypothesis and the Nykaa fashion thesis is that the Indian woman is most definitely ready for things that are more fashion-led and more trend-led and more style-led. As a company and personally, we're really bullish on Omnichannel. We do believe in the offline model quite dramatically. So on the beauty side, we have over 100 stores, as you may know. And in fashion, we will definitely have a physical store strategy. So as we speak, we've already opened 2 Nykaa Fashion stores, and in the next couple of months, you'll see a couple more being opened. I personally want to launch a couple of different stores, a couple of different formats, see what clicks, and then scale from there. I do feel, I really do feel that fashion and beauty are such different businesses and such different industries that it's not that the beauty playbook can just be copy-pasted. We need to figure out the right omni-channel strategy for fashion. When you have so many products in fashion, I think the ultimate problem to solve is how do you show the right product to the right consumer, such that what you're seeing is different from what I'm seeing. And I think technology is the only way to solve that problem. So what does that really mean? We're doing tons of personalization, picking up on all sorts of inputs and insights that you're giving us through what you're clicking and what you're viewing, making sure that we're crafting the experience that's right for you. We're building really interesting recommendation logics and recommendation widgets, investing very heavily on search, sort, all these elements that really help the customer discover the right thing. With all the data we're receiving, we're really helping the customer find the products and the brands that have the right size, the right fit, and have the right vendor experience in terms of delivery timelines. We do try to have a lot of layers to our merchandise and a lot of uniqueness. For example, we will have all the national brands that you will see in the mall. All of that has to be, of course, as part of our website. But we've also created a property called Hidden Gems, which is where we go to all different parts of India and we find like the local designers and the local crafts and we bring them online. Then after that, we've gone global. So we've traveled the world, whether that's the US, the UK, Europe, Asia, and we've tried to understand what are sort of the most compelling brands being built in these countries, and we're bringing them into India via Nykaa Fashion. So for example, we just launched Revolve, which is one of the US's best retailers. So they've entered India with us through an exclusive partnership. Then furthermore, we'll add another layer of sustainability and we'll launch a bunch of sustainability-led brands. I do believe that the profitability growth equation is something that every entrepreneur is thinking about. It's definitely something that's been a common debate that we've had at Nykaa pretty much from day one. My personal philosophy on it is that you need to have a path towards profitability, and every quarter you need to make sure that your business is shaping up to deliver on that profitability. I don't think you need to be profitable from day one, because obviously new businesses require the right level of investment. But you can't be building a business which is not every couple of months showing that improvement and clearly laying out a path to improvement. So for me, it's it can never be growth at any cost. It has to be growth in line with the path that we're trying to go on. I think working as a family has its pros and cons both, mostly pros of course. I think for us it's been a lot about trial and error in terms of figuring out how and where to set the boundaries. As you can tell that when everyone kind of works in the business, work is what dominates every dinner table conversation, and we often joke that it's the third child in the family. But it's taken years and kind of constructive conversations between each other to say, look, after this time of day we won't talk about it. When we're on holiday we won't talk about work. When someone's having a bad day you won't kind of double down on work and discussions. So it's more about just talking it through. And I think if the underlying respect is there between the family members, and there's respect and there's love and friendship, I think a lot of any issues that might arise can be always worked through. I have so many favorite books, but I love this book, Pour Your Heart Into It, which is the story about Starbucks. Right now I'm really into Marcus Aurelius, who is the famous Stoic. On the beauty side, I love Charlotte Tilbury, and on the fashion side, I've been really enjoying this Swedish brand that we brought into the country called NAKD. I think I would have been a doctor or a surgeon or something. Definitely my mom for her, she's the ultimate risk taker. I also love her for her passion for life. I really love Maya Angelou's work. I think some of her literature, quotes, poems are things that I truly live by. One of my favorite quotes from one of her poems is this line which says, people will never remember what you did or what you said, but rather will always remember how you made them feel. And that's how I try to definitely hold myself. I love to travel. I think my husband just jokes that all I do is when I'm on one holiday, I'm planning the next.